time ever. This man, Mathieu, is a Super Bowl champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It wasn't that far years ago before you even got into the NFL that I came down to see you working out. And I told several teams, you better draft this kid. He's unbelievable. I saw what you did for the defense this year. You took them to another level. And then when it came down to it, you were going off on that sideline over there because it seemed like the guys wasn't seizing the moment. Take me over there on the sideline.
Well, I feel like we've been the best defense in football probably for the last, 6-7 weeks, and we wasn't playing like that. It really was easy mistakes, man, missed tackles. I feel like they do a lot of creative stuff on offense, but once you peel it back, it's very simple. I felt like we was getting out of character, and I had to let my guys know, man, this is our moment, this is our opportunity. This is why they got this defense together, man, and I was so glad that we was able to finish the game defensively.
That's why that C is on his chest.
That's right. Tyron, you talked about in the interview how your defense changed when you guys started thinking like coaches.
Yeah.
Talk about the difference that Steve Spagnuolo made for your defense.
Man, he's been so instrumental in, not just Spags. I think of guys like Sam Madison, who played in this league 12 years, and, Coach Merritt, and, even Brendan Daly coming from the Patriots, Matt House. So many guys with so much knowledge, and, they gave us an opportunity for us to feel like we was in control of this defense. You see each guy every week presenting information, acting like a coach. And I think those little things kind of propelled us, gave us a little confidence to be good in the fourth quarter in critical moments in football games.
I follow you on social media. You're very influential. You're very sociable. You're polite. You try to influence people. Very positive. What does this mean from your journey, from all the trials and tribulations that you've gone through?
I'm so happy that God chose me to kind of inspire the next person. I don't think life will ever be fair, right? It'll always be full of challenges. I'm so grateful for God and the people that God has put in my life. They sparked my mind. They gave me a vision. They gave me a little bit of hope. And then on top of all that, I come to Kansas City, and I truly believe everybody in that building believes in my ability. They think I'm that guy. And it gives me some confidence, especially on game day.
Toronto, we're all fathers up here.
Yes.
So the journey is about being able to share it with the people you love.
Yes.
What was it like when you were sharing that moment with your kids?
It was so special. My youngest son, he's so into football. He's a big primetime fan. He know all the guys, and he looked me in my eye. And he like, Daddy, we won a Super Bowl, and that's so special, man. To have my children here, man, they mean everything to me. I think 7 years ago, me going through what I went through and having a kid, it gave me a sense of responsibility, accountability. So. If it wasn't for those two boys right there, man, no telling where I'd be.
What? Take me away from here. What's up for tonight? Because you're not the honey badger anymore. I know that. So what's up? What does a guy like you do after a Super Bowl victory?
You know what, Prime? I'm at so much peace in my life, man. I'm enjoying this with my family.
Wow.
I think they're a big reason why I'm here, man. Even my fiance, the peace of mind she gives me, man. Let me go to work and do my job, and I'm so grateful for the close people to me. I'll celebrate with them tonight.
Amen.
Yes.
Well, go celebrate.
Appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
Toronto
Thank you so
Mathieu.
much.
There he is. He is your Super Bowl champion from the Kansas City Chiefs. Well done. So it was 32's first year in Kansas City, a man that was the first overall pick back in 2013. Their fine left tackle, Eric Fisher. He's standing by with our Steve Weiss.
Eric, for you guys to
in full season as a starter, to have the type of maturity, and you've been through a Charlie, you've been through a TD, you know what the stakes are in the postseason. To be down 24, to be down 10-0 to the Titans, and then to come into the Super Bowl, down 10 in the fourth quarter. What maturity, what leadership that takes at that position, especially that young, to overcome all those obstacles.
They saw that, I believe, the first day he walked into the locker room. And even though, Alex Smith was there, you heard the sort of talks about this quarterback that we have behind him. His first start was against Denver that first year when Alex Smith was there. Then he became the full-time starter when they traded Alex. From day one he walked in, he had that maturity about him. He had that sort of presence that it galvanizes teammates. When you watch him and you talk to him, you're like, man, this guy is mature than his age. And it's showing on the field. I mean, it has transitioned to the field, and it's transitioned to a team that's down by 10 in each of your 3 playoff games, but they don't panic. And he's the guy that they look at. He's their leader. And so I mean, it's fun to watch, man. It's just really fun to watch. And I mean, he has all the tools. He does some stuff that's a little unusual, a little unorthodox, but he finds a way to keep plugging, man. But he deserves, obviously, this award. And, again, I mean, we can say this right now. I know we've said this about, like, Dan Marino. Dan Marino went, I think, his second year.
Went his second year. What would have happened had he won? Would that script have been different had a young Dan Marino won that Super Bowl, been full of confidence? Yeah, that's what they speculate. Who knows?
Well, I'm just saying, even like Aaron Rodgers, right? He only won one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you look at him, you think, well, he's going to win multiple Super Bowls. But
there's no guarantee.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a team sport along the way.
Absolutely.
You got to say this about Andy Reid. If you go back in his history, Donovan McNabb, best football he ever played was for Andy Reid. Alex Smith, the best football he ever played was for Andy Reid. Mahomes, obviously, he's only had one coach, but look how well he's played, okay? And there's been some other quarterbacks that came through Philadelphia. Kevin Cobb was one. All these guys play. He has a formula for developing a quarterback. I asked him about after Mahomes, after his rookie year. Mahomes, first of all, training camp. He couldn't take a snap or call the play. Okay, but that was coming from a college system, so it takes time. They got him ready to play the one game.
Yeah.
Played pretty good. Okay, now I asked him, how did you coach him in the spring? Now he's getting ready to be the starter. He says, hey, just throw the ball. Just be aggressive. Don't take the aggressiveness away from these college quarterbacks that are aggressive in college. Just throw it. I don't care how many interceptions you throw. We'll figure out what's best to do, and then we'll work from there. That's coaching. And that's, one of the reasons why the guys won over 200 games.
Yeah, I mean, you think about, being overlooked and the footwork and the off-platform throws that everybody was criticizing going into the draft process, and it just, you feel like Andy Reid just said, that's a little Brett Favre-ish to me, and I want to take that, and we'll figure it out, and now here we are. And here's a little bit of fun we can have, right, when you look at some statistics, as the Super Bowl is, if you missed it, and why would you miss it, it's a national holiday, the Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions.
What's
How about most scrimmage touchdowns, single postseason in the Super Bowl era? Damian Williams.
He's coming for the #1 spot.
I'm looking at that number one. Is that a Hall of Fame logo next to the #1 guy with 8 of them?
I think there. Yeah. Let me see. I don't have my glasses on right now, but I think that's a Hall of Fame logo.
This is a credit to Damon Williams, but there's more than 6 inches difference between Terrell Davis and Damon Williams now. Okay. But hey, it's a good stat. Congratulations, Damon Williams.
And a couple had 2 scrimmage touchdowns in the Super Bowl here, and was a huge part of that comeback against the Houston Texans as well, to keep that offense balanced out throughout that second quarter when they made their surge. Damian Williams was a big part of that, and there was so much speculation about that running game coming into this season. They part ways with Kareem Hunt. They bring in LaShawn McCoy. No one quite knows how much he has left, and he starts out the season as a starter. And here we are in the Super Bowl. LaShawn McCoy is inactive, and Damian Williams asked to carry the load. And certainly, I mean, you're talking about nearly 100 scrimmage yards and 2 scrimmage touchdowns. It'll be overshadowed by Patrick Mahomes, but still a great performance by Damian Williams.
And there's plays in this game where you watch where he's getting the ball dumped out, probably like a 4-yard play. But he's turning that 4-yard play into an 11-yard gain. And that's the difference. And that's what I'm talking about with running backs, is getting more out of a play than the play is going to give you. And Damian Williams did that a lot tonight. I mean, he was spectacular. Talking to him or listening to his interviews this week, he's like, he's going to be gassed up for this game. He's going to give you everything he got. He came out, he showed out. And I thought interesting, though, the last play, I was wondering whether he should have scored or not. And,
right. You slide down.
But
they still had 2 timeouts.
Exactly.
I know. But I was like, okay, should you get down?
Right.
But you know what? You did the right thing, brother. Go get that touchdown, man. Go get it, because, you can never get that back. Just go score.
Well, now it's 31-20. Okay, so
You're good.
31-20 might be a little harder to overcome. So,
and by the way, 133 from scrimmage and a touchdown receiving and rushing.
Oh, that's big.
But again, I think if you're thinking about who you're going to hand that MVP trophy to, you think about that long rush to give him the touchdown is what added to that compared to what Patrick Mahomes was able to do.
Buying some time, hitting Tyreek Hill on that long run, a long pass. So, man, the guy just, again, when you watch the game, he sticks out, the plays he made. Yeah. And some of the stuff won't even hit the stat line.
Right.
Like how many times he shed a tackle or, could have been a sack, could have turned, he was turning, 11-yard.
Well, you know what, TD, I'll take that and get a look, because we were, kind of choosing our words. You were, the two of you, choosing your words carefully in the first half when it came to Patrick Mahomes, because trying to figure out what was going on there. The third downs weren't being converted, 1 of 6 on third down. You see the second half and the 182 passing yards and the 2 touchdown throws. You see the interceptions, but those explosive plays seem to come back, Charlie, in the second half for Pat.
The play to Hill was big because he had enough time, because once you got Hill on a safety, it's over. Okay? But he completed the pass. Okay? So and then, the play to Watkins, we talked about he got the pass protection. He made the play to Watkins. But the bottom line is you're sitting there in the fourth quarter and you're down 10 points. And now you hand the ball to him and you win the game. Okay? So he made the plays under the pressure situation. He didn't miss the receivers at that point in time. He didn't play like he played earlier. Okay? When the money was there,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
He came through.
Well,
just
yeah,
like,
it speaks
just
to
like you do.
Oh, yeah. That was what you were saying about Jimmy Garoppolo. When the plays have to be made, can you make the plays for me? Patrick Mahomes was able to do that. And I guess it's kind of the opposite of Jimmy Garoppolo, right? When he's having a good game, they say, well, yeah, but you got to remember what that running game is doing to help Garoppolo with the good game versus Patrick Mahomes.